Hello, this is Molly Reamer with Bridget's Grove and 30 Days of Goddess with this week's mini ritual. And I'm using Woman Runes, the daily practice deck, and our Cut Your Own expansions, but also the monthly practice snapshot cards for 30 Days of Goddess. And the monthly practice snapshot is available for you via 30daysofgoddess.com. And then expansions for those cards are available for the Goddess Magic community, which is patreon.com/Goddess Magic. So I have the basic snapshot card and my theme of the month here to kind of remind me or anchor me in that. For this week's ritual, the theme for April is love. And so I have those cards there to remind me as we move on through this week's ritual. So from Woman Runes, we have the Veil, the rune of mystery, the sound of silence, revealing, concealing the unknown, and not time for answers. And this is one of those runes that I find has a dual meaning. As I referenced in last week's video, a lot of the Woman Rune symbols have kind of a dual or companion meaning. So when the veil shows up, it can be asking us to wait with not knowing, to sit with the unknowing held inside, as I'm fond of saying in Living the Questions, but to be okay with not knowing, to step into the mystery, to find that we belong there, to accept that some things will not be known and that we don't have to have all the answers, and that it is the rune of both of stepping into mystery, but also of accepting that we don't always know. And at the same time, the companion of this can also ask you to lift the curtain. Like, what is being hidden or veiled or kept mysterious or unsaid, unspoken, etc.? And where can you lift the curtain? What can you reveal that has been concealed? So sometimes it is asking us to be okay with mystery and to sit with mystery. Sometimes it is saying, lift the curtain and show what's there, reveal it. So it's about both revealing and concealing, not just about being okay with mystery. Sometimes it's about uncovering the secrets, unlocking the door, lifting the curtain, looking underneath, seeing what's there. So lots to think about with the veil. And then I went ahead and picked a card only from the April word deck. And this is the cut your own word decks that go with 30 Days of Goddess. And so we received tender, and really, thinking about that theme of love for April. May you be tender with your heart this month. May you be tender with yourself. The world needs people who are more tender. There's so much that calls at us to be outraged and to shout to be heard, and there's so much clamor and there's so much discord. And that is not to say that we should not pay attention to issues of justice and things and causes that matter. There's many worthy causes, but we need more tenderness. We need more tenderness and less shouting. And so may we be tender with our hearts. May we be tender with our experiencing. May we be open to wonder and delight and to small magics, to ordinary enchantments. May we be tender enough to see. May we be tender enough to open our eyes and see. And the practice, sing a chant or a prayer song. I do find that this is a really nice way to bring yourself back in if you're feeling scattered and pulled in a lot of directions. At this time of year, I often feel really burgeoning with new ideas and really flourishing with enthusiasm. But sometimes my small human body has trouble keeping up with my busy mind and with all of my ideas and plans. And I can feel very kind of frantic and splintered as well as I try to keep up with my very own self. And sitting and singing can really bring me back home and settle me again when I get a little too caught up in my own whirling. And then, let's see. We're going to come back to the prayer because I have two reminders. One is one of the cards. This one is actually a quote. A lot of these snapshot cards I have with my own things on them. But this time I had a quote from Patricia Lynn Riley in her book, I Promise Myself. Really have found the classes that I take with Women's Spirit Reclamation, which Patricia Lynn Riley is part of, been extremely powerful for me over the last year. And it's really been beautiful to have those things to share in a community space. And so this quote comes from her, and I just love it. And I shared this in the video in other past videos, but let's just go ahead and reinforce it today as we are tender with our own lives. There will always be distractions. Our life practice is to return, always returning home again. Home is always waiting. It is as near as a conscious breath, conscious contact with your body, and a descent into the rich resources of your inner life. So thank you to Patricia for that quote. That life practice is to return. I come back to that over and over and over again. The life practice is to return to tenderness, to return to mystery, to return to the practices to support and to sustain us, to return to the sacred, to return home to ourselves over and over again. And it's not wrong to get distracted. It's not wrong to get pulled off center. It's not wrong to get pulled off course. There will always be distractions. The life practice is to return. And then that was a reminder from our April's monthly video as well. You always have what you need within you, no matter what swirls and whirls and howls, no matter what tugs at you for time. You have your breath, you have your body, you have the rich resources of your inner life to support you. You have the earth beneath your feet, you have the sky above you. Center into the present, call your spirit back, call yourself back home. Here you are. The life practice is to return. It's always available to you to return. And then let's see. I'm going to go ahead and read the prayer. This one is actually from the booster pack that goes with the daily practice deck. For a moment, allow the gentle touch of presence to uplift you. Cool wind kissing your face, earth holding your body, fire warming your center, water moving in your cells, your own self an elemental altar, your life a living prayer. And then this is a reworking of my favorite simple prayer. My favorite simple prayer is, Goddess, guide me, peace, fill me, life, weave me. And you've seen me or heard me explain that I lay a hand on my forehead, a hand on my heart, and a hand on my belly when I say that. Well, recently I changed the words, and I've been finding this one really powerful too. Hand against the heart, Goddess, guide, or hand against the forehead, Goddess, guide me. Hand against the heart, trust, fill me. Hand against the belly, joy, lead me. Goddess, guide me, trust, fill me, joy, lead me. It's very powerful, and it's a really good one to offer in the morning, but also anytime during the day when you are feeling off center or discombobulated or pulled in many directions. It's a really great way to come back home and remembering how to return again and again and again to those practices that support and sustain you. It's not something to save only for special occasions or snatched moments, but the practices can be woven through your entire day, woven through your life, can permeate your life with little small touches of the sacred. So thank you so much for being here. Thank you for being a part of this community, and may you be tender with your heart. Bye-bye.